Close your eyes and let your breathing become slow and gentle. With every breath, you feel yourself leaving the weight of the day behind. A dream begins to take shape, and it carries you far away, to a land of sand, sun, and eternal waters. You find yourself standing at the edge of the Nile. The river stretches before you like a ribbon of silver, flowing endlessly through the desert. Its calm surface reflects the golden light of the evening sun, and the air is filled with a soft warmth. Palm trees sway gently in the breeze. Birds drift lazily over the water, their wings gliding without a sound. Somewhere in the distance you hear the steady splash of oars. A small boat drifts slowly down the river, its sail catching the last glow of daylight. You kneel to touch the water. It is cool, smooth, and alive. For thousands of years, this river has been the heart of Egypt, feeding the fields, carrying boats, and guiding travelers. The Egyptians called it Hapi, and they honored it as a god, for it gave them life in the middle of the desert. As you breathe in, the air carries the faint scent of wet earth and flowering plants. Farmers are tending to their fields along the banks. You see rows of wheat and barley, green shoots rising from the soil, nourished by the annual flooding of the Nile. These cycles of the river gave rhythm to the lives of the people here, year after year, century after century. You close your eyes again, listening. The Nile whispers softly, its waters moving with patience and strength. It feels as though the river itself is welcoming you, inviting you to journey deeper into its ancient world. In this moment, you are calm, safe, and at peace. The call of the Nile surrounds you, and your dream gently carries you forward, further into the land of Egypt. You open your eyes, and the river seems to stretch even further. A small wooden boat drifts nearby, waiting silently for you. Its sail flutters gently in the warm breeze, and the smell of sun-warmed wood fills the air. You step aboard, feeling the gentle sway beneath your feet, as if the river itself is welcoming you. The boat glides forward, carried by the current. The water laps softly against its sides, creating a soothing rhythm, like a lullaby. The sun is slowly descending, painting the sky in shades of gold, amber, and soft pink. The reflection of the colors dances across the river's surface, shimmering and sparkling in the gentle waves. Along the banks, tall reeds bend gracefully, and the occasional palm tree leans toward the water. You catch glimpses of farmers returning from the fields, carrying baskets of fresh vegetables and grain. Their laughter is quiet and warm, blending with the sounds of the river. As the boat drifts further, the world feels timeless. You notice birds gliding in perfect formation above, and a flock of ibis wades slowly along the shallow edges. The air is filled with the soft hum of insects settling in for the night, adding a gentle melody to your journey. In the distance, small villages appear, their clay brick houses glowing in the sunset light. Smoke curls from cooking fires, and you imagine families gathering for the evening meal, sharing stories and songs. You feel connected to the life of this ancient land, as though you have been invited to witness its beauty without disturbing its calm. The boat continues to drift quietly, and with every gentle movement, you feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation. The sunset paints the world in soft, warm colors, and the river's whisper carries you onward, guiding you through the dreamscape of ancient Egypt. You close your eyes again, letting the rhythm of the Nile carry you, the calmness of the evening filling your mind. Step by step, breath by breath, your dream takes you further, ready to explore more of this timeless land. The boat has carried you further along the Nile. You step ashore onto soft, warm sand, feeling the gentle weight of the day leaving your body. Before you stretches a vast expanse of green fields, nourished by the river's life-giving waters. Rows of wheat and barley sway gently in the breeze, their golden tips sparkling in the sunlight. Farmers move quietly among the crops, their hands skilled and steady. Some carry baskets of grain, while others guide oxen pulling plows, turning the rich soil. Their movements are calm, practiced, and rhythmic, a dance in harmony with the river's flow. You notice the irrigation canals, carefully dug to guide the Nile's waters into each field. The Egyptians understood the cycles of flooding and planting, and they built their lives around the river's gentle pulse. Here, in these fields, the harmony of nature and human effort becomes clear. Along the banks, children play with small clay boats, letting them drift down narrow channels. Their laughter is soft, mingling with the whisper of reeds and the distant call of a heron. You feel a sense of peace watching this simple life, unchanged for generations. The sun begins its slow descent, casting long shadows across the fields. The air is warm, filled with the scent of earth and growing grain. You breathe deeply, feeling a sense of connection to the people who have lived here for centuries. Their work is quiet, meaningful, and enduring, a testament to their respect for the land and the river. As you walk along a small path between the fields, you see baskets of freshly harvested vegetables and fruits ready to be taken to the markets. The scene feels alive yet tranquil, a perfect balance between motion and calm. You realize that the river sustains more than just the crops. It sustains life, culture, and a sense of continuity that stretches across centuries. With every gentle step, your mind relaxes further. The soft rustle of the fields and the calm presence of the farmers carry you onward, deeper into your dream. You feel grounded and serene, ready to continue your journey into the heart of ancient Egypt. Leaving the fields behind, you walk along a dusty path toward a bustling city. The city is Thebes, alive with gentle energy, yet calm in the late afternoon light. The soft hum of life greets you as you enter the market, a place where scents, colors, and sounds mingle peacefully. Stalls stretch along the streets, each carefully arranged with goods. Baskets of golden dates, fragrant spices, and fresh bread line the counters. Pottery glimmers in the sunlight, and finely woven fabrics ripple softly in the warm breeze. Merchants call out in quiet, melodic voices, offering their wares to anyone passing by. You see women wearing necklaces and amulets, symbols of protection and good fortune. Children follow their parents, carrying small jars or clay dolls. Men barter calmly, discussing grain, pottery, and cloth. The conversations are soft and rhythmic, like a song of daily life that is played here for generations. A gentle breeze carries the scent of baked bread, fresh herbs, and incense from a nearby temple. You notice a group of musicians, their fingers plucking strings and beating small drums. The music is soft, almost hypnotic, weaving through the market like a lullaby for the city. You wander slowly, taking in every detail. The walls of the buildings are painted in warm colors, decorated with hieroglyphs and images of the gods. Birds flutter above, resting on the rooftops, adding their quiet chirps to the melody of the market. In the midst of all this life, you feel a deep sense of peace. The market is vibrant, yet tranquil, alive, yet gentle. You are a silent observer, carried along by the rhythm of the city, feeling connected to the people who lived here thousands of years ago. As the sun begins to sink lower in the sky, shadows stretch across the streets. The warm light casts a golden glow on every stall, every face, every stone. You breathe slowly, letting the sights, sounds, and smells of Thebes settle around you. The market hums softly, and you feel yourself drifting further into the dream of ancient Egypt. As the sun dips lower toward the horizon, a soft murmur spreads through the streets of Thebes. Today is a special day. The pharaoh is moving through the city in a quiet, dignified procession. You step closer, feeling the gentle rhythm of life slowing to match the calm majesty of this event. The pharaoh rides in a beautifully decorated chariot, drawn by strong, steady horses. The wheels move smoothly over the stone streets, and the chariot glimmers in the soft evening light. Attendants walk beside him, carrying banners and fans, their movements precise and careful. People along the streets bow slightly, their gestures respectful yet serene. Children peek from doorways, and elders watch quietly, their eyes reflecting both reverence and familiarity. This is not a chaotic spectacle, but a measured, graceful display of tradition and authority. The pharaoh wears robes of fine linen, adorned with gold and jewels that catch the last rays of the sun. A simple, serene expression rests on his face. Though he is powerful, there is a calm presence about him, a sense of order and protection that flows quietly through the city. You notice the musicians walking behind the procession, their instruments playing soft, steady rhythms. The music is gentle, almost hypnotic, blending with the sounds of the river, the market, and the streets. It carries a sense of harmony, reminding you that every movement here, every step, every gesture has meaning and purpose. As the procession moves on, you feel a deep sense of connection to the pharaoh, to the people, and to the land itself. The city breathes with a gentle rhythm, guided by tradition, history, and the calm flow of the Nile. You take a slow, deep breath, letting the serenity of the pharaoh's presence and the city's peaceful energy settle within you. The streets grow quiet again, and the warm evening light begins to fade, carrying you onward into your dream, deeper into the world of ancient Egypt. You leave the city streets behind and follow a narrow path toward the Great Pyramids. The air grows warmer, carrying the scent of sun-baked stone and desert sand. Before you, workers move steadily among enormous blocks of limestone, each one carefully shaped by skilled hands. The craftsmen work in quiet harmony. Some chisel the stone, shaping it with patience and precision. Others carry wooden tools and levers, guiding each block into place. You notice how carefully every movement is measured. There is no rush, only a steady rhythm that mirrors the flow of the Nile. The workers' hands are strong and practiced, their faces calm despite the weight of their task. They are supported by teams of helpers who move blocks on sledges over prepared paths. The blocks slide across the sand with soft creaks and whispers, like the river itself is assisting them. You watch as a block is lifted into place on the growing pyramid. The size and scale are breathtaking, yet there is a quiet beauty in the way each stone finds its place. Each piece tells a story of skill, patience, and human determination. Occasionally, a master craftsman pauses to guide an apprentice, their conversation soft and steady. You sense the passing of knowledge, generation to generation, as if the very stones carry the wisdom of the people who shaped them. The sun begins to dip toward the horizon, casting long shadows across the sand. The pyramid gleams in the warm light, each block reflecting the golden tones of the evening. You feel a sense of awe and peace, watching the patient work of human hands, creating something timeless. As you breathe in the calm, the rhythm of chisels, sledges, and footsteps merges with the soft whisper of the desert wind. You are drawn deeper into the dream, feeling connected to the people, their work, and the enduring spirit of ancient Egypt. After leaving the bustling pyramid construction site behind, you walk across the warm sands and find yourself before the Great Sphinx. Its massive form rises slowly from the desert, a serene and timeless presence. The Sphinx seems almost alive, watching over the land with quiet dignity. The face of the Sphinx is calm, yet powerful, carved with care so many centuries ago. Its gaze is steady, as if it has seen countless generations pass and yet remains unchanged. The soft wind brushes against the stone, carrying the scent of sun-warmed sand and distant reeds from the Nile. You notice the delicate details, the contours of the face, the majestic body of a lion, and the silent strength radiating from every curve. This is a guardian, a keeper of secrets and a witness to history. You feel a sense of reverence, yet also calm, standing in the presence of something eternal. Around the Sphinx, the desert stretches endlessly, golden in the afternoon light. Occasionally, small birds alight on the stones, their quiet movements adding life to the stillness. You take a deep breath and imagine the many hands that built this monument, the minds that conceived it, and the stories that have traveled across time to reach this very moment. You walk slowly along its base, feeling the heat of the sun-warmed stone beneath your fingertips. The Sphinx does not hurry, it does not speak, yet it communicates a sense of stability and peace. Standing here, you feel the weight of centuries settle softly around you, inviting you to pause, to breathe, and to simply be. As the sun begins to lower toward the horizon, shadows stretch across the desert, and the Sphinx stands in silhouette against the golden sky. You close your eyes, letting the calm majesty of this guardian carry you deeper into the dream of ancient Egypt, where history and serenity merge into a timeless lullaby. You leave the Sphinx behind and follow a sandy path toward a distant, magnificent sight: the temples of Karnak. As you approach, the towering columns rise one by one, stretching toward the sky. Their surfaces are carved with hieroglyphs and images of gods, telling stories that have lasted thousands of years. The air here is cool and filled with a soft, sacred energy. Each step echoes lightly across the stone floors, blending with the distant murmur of prayers and the gentle rustle of leaves in the courtyard gardens. Sunlight filters through the towering columns, creating patterns of gold and shadow that dance softly across the walls. Priests move quietly among the columns, carrying oil lamps and incense. The smoke curls upward, carrying scents of myrrh and lotus flowers, filling the temple with calm and serenity. You sense the devotion in their movements, precise, gentle, and unhurried. You walk along the broad hallways, noticing the carvings that depict offerings to Ra, Osiris, and Isis. Each figure seems to watch over you, their presence calm and protective. The hieroglyphs tell stories of pharaohs, victories, and ancient wisdom. Yet here, in this sacred space, everything feels soft, timeless, and soothing. Outside, the temple gardens are peaceful. Fountains trickle quietly, birds flutter in the trees, and lotus flowers float in small ponds. You pause to listen to the water and inhale the subtle fragrance, feeling a deep sense of connection to the sacredness of this place. As the sun begins to sink, the columns cast long, gentle shadows, and the golden light warms the stone surfaces. You breathe slowly, letting the calm majesty of the temples fill your mind. Here, surrounded by history and devotion, you feel a profound serenity, drifting ever deeper into your dream, embraced by the timeless spirit of ancient Egypt. As evening falls, you leave the temples behind and step into the vast desert. The sun has set, and the sky glows in soft shades of purple, deep blue, and gold. The sands stretch endlessly around you, warm from the day but cooling gently as night approaches. Above, the first stars begin to appear, twinkling softly against the darkening sky. You notice constellations familiar even thousands of years ago, guiding travelers and inspiring stories of gods and heroes. The Milky Way stretches like a river of light, mirroring the calm flow of the Nile you left behind. A gentle breeze brushes your face, carrying the dry, earthy scent of sand and the faint fragrance of distant palm groves. You hear the soft whisper of the desert, the rustle of small creatures moving quietly, the distant call of an owl, and the subtle shift of sand under the wind. In this silence, the desert feels alive, yet serene. You walk slowly, feeling the warmth of the sand beneath your feet and the cool touch of night air. Your breaths become steady, in harmony with the quiet rhythm of the land around you. Far away, you see the silhouettes of pyramids and the Sphinx under the rising moon. Their forms are calm and eternal, reminding you of the timelessness of this place. You imagine the people who walked these sands centuries ago, living simple, peaceful lives, guided by the river and the stars. You lie down on the soft desert sand, gazing up at the sky. The stars seem to twinkle just for you, a gentle lullaby of light. The desert night enfolds you, warm and protective, and you feel yourself drifting deeper into your dream, carried by the calm, endless expanse of the desert under the ancient Egyptian sky. As the desert night surrounds you, your dream carries you to a quieter place, a hidden library tucked within the heart of ancient Egypt. The building is made of smooth stone, its walls etched with hieroglyphs that shimmer softly in the moonlight. Inside, the air is cool and filled with a gentle calm, as if time itself slows down here. You step inside, and the scent of papyrus and aged wood welcomes you. Rows upon rows of scrolls rest carefully on shelves, each one holding the thoughts, discoveries, and stories of generations long past. The soft rustle of turning pages fills the quiet space, like a whisper from history itself. In the corners, scholars sit in calm concentration, reading and copying texts. Their movements are deliberate, careful, and peaceful. They speak in hushed tones about the stars, the rivers, the gods, and the lives of the people who built this world. You feel a gentle awe, knowing that these scrolls carry knowledge that has survived thousands of years. Light filters through small windows, creating patterns of gold across the wooden shelves and stone floors. You walk slowly between the rows, touching a scroll here, pausing to admire the careful drawings and the elegant hieroglyphs. Each symbol tells a story, each line a connection to minds and hearts long ago. A soft breeze enters, carrying the faint scent of incense from the temple nearby. You take a deep breath, letting the quiet concentration of the library fill your mind. Here, among these ancient texts, you feel the stillness of knowledge preserved, the gentle patience of those who sought to understand the world. You sit for a moment on a wooden bench, feeling the weight of centuries surround you in the most comforting way. In this calm sanctuary, your breath slows, your body relaxes, and your mind drifts deeper into the dream, carrying the serenity and wisdom of ancient Egypt with you. Your dream carries you back to the banks of the Nile, where the city comes alive with the gentle celebration of a festival. Lanterns float softly on the river, their reflections shimmering like stars in the calm water. Music drifts through the air, light and melodious, blending perfectly with the whisper of the river. People gather quietly along the banks, dressed in flowing linen and adorned with simple jewelry. There is laughter, but it is soft and soothing, like the echo of distant chimes. Children play nearby, letting small boats drift along the water, carrying tiny offerings to the gods. You notice dancers moving gracefully, their steps slow and measured. Their movements are like waves, in harmony with the river's gentle rhythm. Musicians play lyres and flutes, the soft notes weaving through the evening air, creating a calm, hypnotic melody that seems to soothe both body and mind. The smell of fresh bread, roasted dates, and incense mingles in the air, inviting you to breathe slowly and deeply. You watch as families share quiet conversations, and elders tell soft, ancient stories that flow with the current of the Nile. Everything moves at a gentle pace, no rush, no tension, only peace. As the sun sets completely, the lanterns glow brighter, and the river reflects their warm light like a mirror of fire. You feel the calm energy of the festival fill you, carrying the serenity of the people, the river, and the land itself. Sitting on the soft riverbank, you close your eyes, letting the gentle music, the flickering lights, and the peaceful laughter wrap around you. The festival of the Nile becomes a lullaby, guiding you deeper into your dream, floating softly through the timeless world of ancient Egypt. Your dream now carries you to a quieter, more private place, the garden of the pharaoh's queen. You step through an elegant stone archway, and the world softens around you. The garden is filled with lush greenery, flowering plants, and the gentle trickle of water from small fountains. The air is fragrant with the scent of lotus flowers, jasmine, and roses. Soft sunlight filters through the leaves, casting delicate patterns on the stone paths. Birds flit among the branches, singing gentle melodies that mix with the sound of water flowing over smooth stones. You notice marble benches tucked beneath the shade of palm trees. The air is warm, yet comforting, and a soft breeze moves through the garden, carrying the subtle perfume of herbs and blossoms. Every sound, every color, every movement feels slow, deliberate, and soothing. In the distance, gardeners tend to plants with care, trimming leaves and guiding vines, their movements calm and rhythmic. You watch as water flows quietly from small channels into the flower beds, nourishing the garden as it has for generations. The harmony of nature and human care creates a feeling of serene balance. You walk along the stone paths, touching petals and leaves gently, feeling the textures beneath your fingers. The garden seems to welcome you, inviting you to pause, breathe, and simply exist in this peaceful space. As the sun begins to dip lower in the sky, the garden glows in warm golden tones. You sit by a small fountain, listening to the gentle sound of water and the soft calls of distant birds. Every breath draws in calmness, every exhale releases tension. You feel completely at peace, floating deeper into the dream of ancient Egypt, surrounded by beauty, serenity, and timeless tranquility. As your dream continues, you find yourself in a quiet, sacred space, surrounded by the soft echoes of ancient prayers. The voices of the gods seem to float gently through the air, carried on the warm breeze of ancient Egypt. You see delicate carvings of Ra, the sun god, his golden face glowing softly in your imagination. Nearby, Osiris, lord of the afterlife, sits in calm judgment, serene and patient. Isis, the mother and protector, watches over everything with gentle care. Each figure radiates a sense of calm power, as if the very air around them holds their presence. Soft chants fill the space, almost like a lullaby. The words are unfamiliar, yet their rhythm and tone soothe you, carrying a quiet harmony that matches the beating of your own heart. The energy of devotion is gentle, not overwhelming, and you feel yourself merging with the timeless flow of this sacred land. You walk slowly among painted walls and carved pillars, tracing the outlines of gods and goddesses with your eyes. The colors and shapes feel alive yet peaceful, each story inviting reflection, calm, and connection. You sense the reverence of thousands of years, the quiet respect of generations who honored the divine and lived in harmony with the world around them. A soft breeze stirs the incense and perfumes lingering in the temple, carrying hints of myrrh, lotus, and sweet grasses. You inhale deeply, letting the calm energy of the gods settle within you. Every breath, every heartbeat, draws you further into relaxation, deeper into the dream. Here, surrounded by the gentle presence of the gods, you feel a timeless peace. The voices of Ra, Osiris, Isis, and Horus guide you slowly, tenderly, allowing your mind and body to drift, carried safely through the endless night of ancient Egypt. Your dream now leads you beneath the surface of the land, into the cool, quiet chambers of an ancient tomb. The entrance is shaded and still, and as you step inside, the air becomes calm, heavy with the weight of history. The walls are covered with paintings and hieroglyphs, telling the stories of pharaohs, their lives, and their journeys into the afterlife. Softly, your eyes trace each figure: kings and queens, priests and servants, animals, and symbols that carry meaning beyond words. Each detail seems to hum with quiet energy, a gentle reminder of lives long past. Torches flicker along the walls, casting soft, dancing shadows. The light reveals corridors that twist and turn, yet there is no fear here, only the serene presence of centuries, preserved carefully in stone. You move slowly, letting the calm rhythm of your steps match the slow, steady pulse of this sacred space. You notice small offerings of flowers and pottery left long ago by those who honored the dead. Each item tells a story of care, reverence, and love. You breathe deeply, feeling the sense of continuity, knowing that these halls have been watched over and protected through the ages. The air is cool and still, carrying the faint scent of incense that lingers in hidden niches. You pause to touch the carvings gently, feeling the smoothness of stone beneath your fingers. Time seems to stretch here, moving slowly, quietly, as if the tomb itself is breathing with the lives it has held. As you walk deeper into the chambers, a soft calm envelops you. The quiet whispers of history, the gentle patterns of hieroglyphs, and the timeless energy of the tombs all combine, guiding your mind toward complete relaxation. You feel safe, peaceful, and carried gently onward, deeper into the dream of ancient Egypt. Your dream now brings you back to the desert, where the great pyramids rise quietly against the night sky. The moon casts a soft silver glow across the sand, and the air is cool, still, and serene. You walk slowly toward the base of the nearest pyramid, feeling the warmth of the day gently fading from the stones beneath your hands. The pyramids stand tall and timeless, silent witnesses to countless generations. Their vast shapes seem to embrace the desert, the river, and the stars above. You sit on the soft sand, gazing up at the enormous stones and the endless sky, feeling a profound sense of peace and permanence. The gentle whisper of the desert wind surrounds you. You hear the soft rustle of sand, the distant call of nocturnal birds, and the quiet hum of the river far away. All sounds are calm, soothing, like a lullaby sung by the land itself. You feel your body relax completely, sinking into the warm sand. Every breath grows slower, deeper, and more even. The vastness of the pyramids, the silence of the desert, and the eternal glow of the stars wrap around you like a protective blanket. In this moment, you are completely safe. The world of ancient Egypt, its people, its gods, its rivers, its monuments, surrounds you gently, carrying you into rest. You feel yourself drifting, weightless, peaceful, and calm. Slowly, your eyes close fully, your mind softens, and your dream merges with sleep. The pyramids watch over you, timeless and eternal, as you journey deeper into the quiet, soothing embrace of the night.